everybody's a guest at my table. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for checking it out. I'm your host, Kelsey. At the start of every video, I like to read a quote by Yogi T. No, it's not sponsored. I just know everybody could use a little inspiration in their lives. Live through consciousness, not through emotion. Let me know in the comment section down below how that quote resonates with you today. For those curious, I'm drinking green tea pomegranate. And I'd like to show off my mug here. It's the character Fizzgig from my absolute favorite movie, The Dark Crystal. Now, to go over all the ingredients we'll need for today's recipe. I have a 1/3 cup brown sugar, 4 tablespoons mixed with 2 teaspoons of honey, roughly 3 cups of baby carrots. It's hard to measure baby carrots, so I'm just saying roughly. And then I am really into collecting vintage Pyrex. If you are new here, you don't know that yet. This pattern here is called Early American. It was released in 1961 to 1972. It also comes in an inverted version, which would be white with brown, but the brown's just a flat brown, not gold like this. 1 tablespoon of thyme. I love thyme with carrots. 1 teaspoon of pepper, and a 1/2 teaspoon of this lavender pepper here. It's local to me. I like to support local, especially in this small community. It's out in Friday Harbor. It is from the Lavender Farm Palindaba Farms. If you are interested, I will leave a link down below for this product and for their website rather. But I highly recommend this. The lavender with the honey and the brown sugar. Just so good together. There you have it for today's ingredients. I'll race you to the stove. To begin cooking the carrots, turn on the stove to a low heat here. There we are. We'll allow this pan to warm up. While we wait for that to warm up, here is that lavender gourmet pepper that I talked about earlier. The ingredients are black pepper, kosher salt, organic culinary lavender, and orange peel. It says, especially good with Palindaba lavender herbal vinegar. Convenient grinder is refillable. Used in cold or warm salads, in soups, on grilled meats and chicken, and in any recipe where exotic pepper would enhance flavor, which is exactly what I'm doing for this recipe. But you can see all the lavender buds in there. It's really cool, super unique. I do highly recommend this. Here's a closer view of that Pyrex bowl. Super duper cute. It's like early Americana, which, you know, obviously early American, it's in the name. Let me know in the comments down below if you collect any Pyrex. I'm curious to see which ones you have in your collection. I think the pan is good here. We'll start with half of this butter and honey mixture. So delicious. Oh yeah, perfect. And especially because I leave butter out in a Pyrex dish, in a butter Pyrex dish. It's already soft, so the heat doesn't have to be super warm for this part. Then once this butter melts here, we're going to add the brown sugar. I love how uniform brown sugar comes out. Also, I didn't mention, but for this recipe I'm using light brown sugar. I'm going to break that apart. It always reminds me of kinetic sand. Alright. Mix that in with the butter. What we're looking for here is an ooey gooey mixture. This flavor combination smells amazing when it's cooking down. There we are. Next we'll be adding in the carrots. I'm going to use some tongs here to toss it around in the sauce. Try to get them all fully coated if you can. One of my pugs is named Potato, and I really want to find a red pug and name him Carrot. I think that'd be super cute. But red pugs are super hard to find. Hopefully one day. Fingers crossed. These are all pretty much coated there. Next we'll add in all the herbs. Here's a close-up view of that lavender pepper there. Super neat. I believe I said in the intro this was a tablespoon of thyme. It's actually a teaspoon. My bad. Stir that around again. Normally I'm the type of person that'll use any herb for whatever. Sometimes people are like, ooh, like for this instance, thyme especially is really, really good in carrots. So for this dish specifically, I like to have the thyme, other than the lavender, stand alone. It really adds a great dimension to this dish. Carrots do take a bit longer to cook than most other vegetables. I'm going to crank up the heat just a tad. I'm going to allow these to rest for a few moments and then I'll come back and check on them. The brown sugar and honey is starting to caramelize here. We'll toss these again. Holy Hannah Montana, when I say these are delicious, I mean it. I love smelling the thyme as it cooks. It's very delicious. Let me show you a close-up view of that bubble. Oh baby, Baby carrots, that is. I highly recommend getting some welding gloves if you use cast iron a lot. It's super helpful because cast iron gets really hot. So as it starts to bubble, I like to switch from the tongs to a fork. That way I can test them to see if they're fork ready. Some are bigger than others, like this one here is really small, so it'll be done before the rest. So as they're fork tender, I like to pull them out and put them in that same Pyrex that I had them in. And then at the end, I'll combine them all again to get them all to the same temperature. None of them are close to ready, of course, because carrots are really hard. They do take a bit to cook down. I'm going to allow these to rest again, and then I'll come back. As the brown sugar starts to bubble more, you'll want to be constantly stirring it. Or not constantly, but every so often, that way it doesn't burn. Also, here's a close-up of my mug. He's just so adorable. My favorite part of the whole movie is when Fizzgig has a fit. Kira says he can't come on the journey. And, you know, it's Jim Henson, so they're puppets. So he literally opens his mouth all the way and he's like, "Ay, ay, ay, ay." It is hilarious. If you haven't seen Dark Crystal, I do recommend it. Especially if you have kids or younger siblings. It's a great movie with a great message. Some of these are ready to come out here. A couple little guys there. I don't like my carrots. I don't like I said it again. I don't like my carrots completely soft. I like to keep them a little bit tender just because it's good for jaw strength. Good for your teeth too. I'm no orthodontist, so don't take my word for it, but trust me when I say it, you can definitely feel the difference. But if you prefer softer steamed carrots, that's totally your decision. I respect. Here's what the done ones are looking like. Amazing! Artemis is down here and Pugs do the whole head tilty thing when I said amazing. She's like, what are you doing? You know, Artie, I'm just living my life. Pugs are so goofy, they're full of personality. I love when the carrots start to like do a little dance, make a little pug, get down tonight, bum bum bum. Whoop. That's enough royalty-free music. Wait, it wasn't royalty-free. I mean, that's enough music of that. I don't know. That green tea's got me feeling good. I'm grooving. Just like the carrots. I'm grooving. I'm moving. I love making up little songs. You'll probably hear it often in my channel. An artist I really like is Mark Rebier. It's just great because I saw him back in September and all of his shows are completely improvised. It's just insane like how talented he is. I'm like, yes, I've always made little songs up. You know, my boyfriend and I make songs about the pugs all the time. Like, our most recent one, we call Artemis Fartapee, and then Steven will go Fartapee, Fartapee, Fartapee. And then we just go on and on and on. Sometimes it doesn't stop. But it's the little things in life, am I right? I'm gonna turn my heat back to low. Some of the carrots are starting to scream in there. That just means the pan's getting pretty hot there. You gotta be careful, especially on gas stove and with the cast iron. There's more of the carrots there. Ooh, so good. You'll see that some of the carrots start to turn a little yellowish. That's how you know they're fork tender. Aww, Nibbler's laying down here by the camera. I really wish you could see him, he's being so cute. Sometimes they're very deceiving. This really big one was done, and like some of the smaller ones in here aren't yet. It's sizzling. I've made this dish so many times and I've never heard it sizzle from the pan to the bowl. That was funny. Just showing off for you guys. Getting down to the wire here. I like to roll the remaining ones into the brown sugar here to get more caramelization on those ones. But don't worry, like I said, they'll all be reunited again. Both in the bowl and the pan. Almost there. Come on, little guy, you can make it. I believe in you. Ah, but oh no. No, dunk is in my head. Yum! There's the whole batch there. I'm setting them to the side, and we're gonna add in the rest of that butter and honey. It'll melt down quick in the cast iron, so give it a stir. Oh, delicious. And you guessed it, these are going back in. I like to make sure they're all flat there so they all get an even chance of the added flavor. We'll allow this to bubble up again, and then we'll pull it from the heat. One of my other favorite movies is Legend. It's the only movie I like with Tom Cruise. Sorry, Tom Cruise, don't at me. But it has goblins in it, and they sing this little spell. Higher, higher, burning fire, making music like a choir. Just this bubbling always reminds me of that. And actually, The Dark Crystal and Legend are tied for my two favorite movies. They're both just great. I love a good fantasy movie. But oddly enough, I have not seen Lord of the Rings. I know, you can boo me in the comments section. It's totally fine, I understand. Which is hilarious because I used to have super blonde hair and I would always pull it back and my brother would call me Legolas. But I ain't mad, it's Orlando Bloom, right? I'm telling you, that green tea, yogi tea, has something with this. But like I always say, you gotta have fun in the kitchen. I'm gonna say that's pretty good there, especially because some of those were a little more fork tender than I prefer, but that's totally fine. It's all good, it's still delicious. How's my ice maker making a presence? You can pour all this on top of the carrots if you would like, but they are definitely plenty flavorful as is. Let's turn off the heat here. And with cast iron especially, you know, and the seasoning, keeping that all good and stuff, you want to get this out of here right away and dry it. So I'm gonna go do that and then I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. I just have a few carrots here. I'm saving the rest for dinner, but I wanted to do my outro. Oh my gosh. These are so good. That's my happy dance. These are delicious. And the best part about these, they're so versatile. You can serve them with Asian food, over rice, with meatloaf, pot roast, chicken, turkey. It's actually how I started these. It was one Thanksgiving. I just thought of it on a whim and I rolled with it, and I've made them ever since. Even the dogs agree. You heard the bell in the background. They give me the bell of approval. If you thought this meal was delicious, please give it a thumbs up. And if you've made yourself at home at my table, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Alright, that's going to be it for me today. Bye!